And it's working! Yay! Okay. Oh, it's always fun when it doesn't work the first time, huh? Okay. So, are people finding the stream? I'm gonna go check. Okay. I don't know. It's weird. So, second question, can people even hear the music in the background? I don't know. Okay. We have a lot to paint on here today. But we also have a lot painted, so... Hello, Mustache! You made it! For some reason, the first stream title didn't work, so I created a second, and it did work. So I had a quick question earlier. Can you actually hear the music? Because to test the stream, I went on a different computer and I couldn't. So I'm just curious. Ah, Ted. Ted, huh? Okay. I might have just not turned it up high enough, the audio. It's not like I can see what's going on when I'm in the other room, so I can't be talking. Alright. Just wanted to make sure things were working. Okay. I don't want it to be so distracting in the background, so... But I also don't want it to be so quiet that when I'm quiet for a minute or more, there's just silence. So... So yeah, I'm back at it on the Ratling Warpblaster. Decided to go with, what is it? Bright bronze for the rider, the gunner's armor. Nice and shiny. Oh. Kind of brighter than the gold. Yeah. And yeah, that light's still out. Things are just falling apart right now, huh? But we'll get it back to where it needs to be. So how's your day been? Was it good? Yeah, I'm just worried because it's a studio light, so it could be anything, and I don't know if it's even something that's user replaceable. So I'll need to look into it. Okay. Those stupid adulting bill things, huh? Ah. I've already painted that. I've already painted that. I don't want to paint that with this. I guess I could paint that. I'll be honest, I still haven't watched Blackadder. I'm sure I would enjoy it, but I haven't. Just haven't gotten around to it. Probably several shows that I should watch that I haven't had a chance to yet. Oh, more models? I'm feeling fairly good about the number of models I have right now. I'm sure I could get distracted even more. um, that was the other part. But yeah, the number of models I have right now, I'm actually feeling kind of good about. Like, I'm not actively looking at anything today that I'm like, ooh, I need that, or I want that. Today, I'm feeling good about it. I can't guarantee that that will be the way for the rest of the day or into the next week or anything, but today I feel good about it. Which is an uncommon thing. But I also think I'm at a... what is it? I've been feeling like reading a little bit lately, so I had to read a little short story that I happen to have. Very, very short, but decent. What I need to know is, has anyone else gone through and painted a, how do I want to say it? Has anyone else painted a star in Toy Story colors? Hey Julian, yeah. First one wasn't working, so I had to create a second one. I went and checked, and it wasn't coming through, and I was like, yep, I'm not gonna keep waiting. I'm just gonna start a new one. So, here it is. You found it. It is not the first time I've had a problem. Yeah, a Toy Story star. I mean, Buzz Lightyear is of Star Command, right? I'm gonna paint this silver, but then I'm gonna do a green over it. We'll see how that comes out. Yeah, I read the little short story in the box. A little, like, 20 some odd page book. Short story. It was decent. It gave me an idea of what to expect of that kind of thing. So. Alright, is there any other metal that I haven't painted? No. Okay. But yeah, it made me wonder about that, so. Just something weird that I thought about. Ooh. I don't know where I put my oily steel. Aha. There it is. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, just to get that little extra little bit to want to read and get your mind into that kind of story. Like, I haven't gone to the library to see if they have any of the books, but having the the box and having that available, I was like, you know what? I think I'll read that. It's not going to take me very long, but it was decent. That is a gray. That is not the black that I was doing the last time. How did I make that black? I'll just put a little bit of grim black in it. Still gray. I don't know why. Oh well. But yeah, it was the Alpha Strike little thing, which I guess is later history, or later in the progression, but doesn't look like the little snippets really matter what era it is, which is cool. It has some pretty nice mechs in it, too. Yeah. I definitely want to explore the options, but I also don't want to overwhelm myself with said options. Okay, I think I have all of the metal on here now. Yeah, both boxes look good, and I like that if each of them have their own separate books, that's pretty cool too, because it would be kind of sad if each one had the same book. Alright, time for the pastel blue. Since all of this needs a second coat. I'm actually surprised at how much of this I got done yesterday. We might actually have time to work on the Jezzails. Maybe. I mean, I still have the rat skin, the extra coat of blue, the wash that goes on the blue, the rat tail, first and second coat. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Well, yeah, the background pamphlets and things, but like the actual books that come in it, to little primers and stuff, they each talk about having maps, or some of them do. I'm so used to the 40k little battle mats that, ooh, yeah, good thing I haven't done his skin. Yeah. And it doesn't look like there's very much overlap in what you get in each of the boxes either, so that's pretty cool. I think, what is it? I can... Yeah, so you get a spare locust? Is that it? Looking at the kits. Yeah, that's really cool. Not having to be like, oh, well, this is a Dark Angels model. I can't put that in my Tau army. Oh, yeah? I mean... Did you have something in mind? Yeah, I would say that the only things that you might not be able to mix and match are if you're trying to do like the year of it being released or something. First scene maybe. But even then salvage could happen. But yeah. Rat fan gaming. Vermin minis? I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I think since I have a star of metal minis, I'm going to paint them up together. And then from there, I'll probably play a little bit and read up on lore and stuff like that. before I do any other painting jobs. And then you could but yeah, I figure if I work on the metal ones, paint them up, and then I can figure out if I want to build certain ones in a certain color, or go from there if I wanted to do a few different color schemes. Paint, certain amounts in different schemes. But if I start with just those 5, because, like I said, the color scheme actually works fairly close to a known clan color, so I figured doing that star would make sense. Hey, Vermin Miniatures! Nice! Nice. I look forward to seeing some content. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Yep. But yeah, $330 should be a good amount for a starter force. I don't know exactly what you're looking for, but I mean, are you looking to make a huge infantry list, or are you looking to... Yeah. Like, I don't actually have any GW guard models. I chose to go with Dust Tactics because I had a bunch, and since the game doesn't exist anymore, might as well use it for something eventually. Not that I've painted any of them up. But well, he's talking about the different BattleTech minis. So I could see doing, I don't know if this would be good, but I could see doing something like 2 Timberwolves, a catapult, and something else. um, yeah. No, I'm not really sure how I would want to build them up. So, as different units. More than likely, if it's an inner sphere, I'll have them grouped with inner sphere, unless I have actual plans. Direwolf. I don't actually know what the direwolf looks like. I consistently go back to War Games Atlantic and go, ooh, do I want a whole army? But I don't. I have the Dust Tactics minis. I'm good with that as my Imperial Guard force. Let me get these rat tails painted, and I'll go show some of them off while it's drying. Okay. So it's the big brother. Wow, I missed some blue on here. Ooh. Ooh, how am I supposed to get that tail? Alright. I'm not even working on the claws or teeth yet. I'm just doing the tails. Just to make sure I get everything. Then I need to touch up that blue that I missed on one of the legs. I think it's the front guy left. Yeah, I got that on the side. All right. Okay. While that's drying, yeah, definitely. Definitely post a link in the Discord. I am gonna go get a few models real quick. So, a normal Space Marine, Primaris sized, dude with flamer. So, you know, reasonably scaled, right? They're, I think, on 30mm bases. But, you know, that's not too much of a problem. And then you've got dude with little $340 for the Leviathan set? No. I think that's a lot of money for the Leviathan box set. And then there's, you know, combat shotguns and Voxcasters. heavier weaponry. Possibly a stand-in for something else. Bulgrin, maybe. I don't know. Probably a little bit too small for Bulgrin. But, yeah, I have... Oh, and then a Lehman Russ. Again, it's about 2 Space Marines high. Same width. But again, I've got a few. So yeah, like, I think 240 was what Leviathan was going for. Unless you're in a different currency. Yeah, I mean, unless you're talking 340 Australian, maybe? That might be okay. But yeah, that seems a little bit high. Leviathan is a really great box if you want Space Marines and Tyranids. Yeah, find a better place to buy it. That seems way, way too high. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these box sets are less than that. You can find them for less than they cost MSRP. I definitely don't suggest anything that's within the last year or two to pay more than MSRP for any of it. And even at MSRP is maybe a little bit much. Yeah. Teeth and claws. Teeth and claws. I forgot what I was doing, going and looking at the models. Yeah, I mean, if you were going to spend $340, you could buy a lot of other models for either or both of those forces. that could get you a variety that you perhaps wanted more. Several of the models are, I mean, they're all really nice models, but not all of them are really that great right now in game. So it depends on what you're looking for, but but yeah, it's definitely a good box. I wouldn't pay more than MSRP for it. And yeah, if they threw in the 2 Battle Force boxes, well, yeah, that's worth it just for those 2 boxes, let alone Leviathan. Yep. Let's see. Nails. Yeah. I just got that all over the model. I seem to be making more mistakes today. I think I'm tired. Which, the combat patrol of either of the 2 armies in there are just more models from the box. So, there is that too. I mean, what is it? Probably in like 5 years' time, 340 might be a good price. I don't know. That's just just like how Dominion boxes have gone up a little bit in the last 3 or 4 months. They're not $100 anymore because there's a new edition. But there was a time when I could find 3 edition old launch boxes for about half of the price that they used to sell for. I miss those days. I mean, they were all firstborn Marines, but It's still fun. Oh, the music stopped. And I'm having a hard time getting into his details. Okay, shameless one. I will give you my thought on the Target Space Marine board game. Target sometimes has a buy one, get one half off, or 25% off, or whatever. They're amazing. So long as you want to do a whole bunch of termagants. But yeah, the Space Marine board game box has the same exact termagant kit as Leviathan, which is the exact same kit as the new termagant models. The only difference with the termagant model kit is that you get the extra weapon sprue. So if you get one box of regular termagant kit, you get all 3 weapon options, and then one of the Space Marine board games gets you 20 more termagants, the bodies, so then you can build all 3, the Flesh Borer, the Devourer, and the Spine Fists. Yeah. So if you just want a whole bunch of termagants, that is a great price to do that. And they do have sales on a regular basis, so $40 is not bad, and you can get them down to 30, like those ones were. So, and you can theoretically use the old Spine Fist models weapons on those, or extra claws to make Hormagaunts. So if you wanted to have a variety of little gribbly monsters, you can do it for a good price. So, yeah. That is a good price. Now, I was painting. What was I painting? Oh yeah, teeth. My goal with those is actually to convert up more Hormagaunts, because I have tons of Termagants. Of different weapon types. But I don't have as many to charge in and claw up things. So And I do have a ton of extra bits, so it's not like I'm looking for that. I'm just looking for the bodies to field. You know, as soon as I finish building one of my hordes, I can work on another of my hordes. Or the other of my hordes, or the other one of my hordes. Why do I like horde armies so much? Yup. I mean, I could build armies with, you know, 10 or 15 models in the army, instead of armies that have, you know, 200 models on a field. I know, it's like, ooh, goblins. So I still haven't painted the rats themselves, and I'm doing all of this detail work around it, and I'm probably gonna make a mess all over the place. So let's do that now. Let's go with... where's the cork? Well, there is light brown, so... we'll go with light brown because it's right here. Yes. Fur and stuff. There was a color I did for him, but I don't remember which one it was. Anyway, it's going to be this. For at least a few of them. Okay, your kill team orcs are commandos. They are a playable unit. Oh, this one's the orangey color. Is that what I was doing? I don't know. I don't like how orange this is. Yes, Julian, buying the Kill Team starter box with those two units is good. They're both nice kits. And if you get the one that has the terrain in it, that's also a really nice piece of terrain. Ooh. This light brown mahogany brown mix is a very nice color. But I can't really paint it on top of the wet paint and have it look good. It's going to take me a little while to get to 13,000 points, you know. I'm not saying it won't get there, but it's going to take a little while. Yep, I'm hoping that they'll have the new Storm Vermin kit. Because I liked the old one, I just never had an option to purchase one because they were out of stock for, what, a year plus? And then they went, oh no, we're not gonna keep them anymore. But they still have rules. So We'll see. We shall see. You know, based on the most recent Forge World kit disappearing, I would not be surprised if Guard was one of the next 2 or 3 codexes. Which would be nice if they didn't wait until the last codex for them, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say, this would have been easier to build and paint. Well, it would have been easier to paint if it wasn't already built. This is a lot of little nooks and crannies to paint. It's not as fun as some of the other ones that I've done from this kit. Yeah, I just... When I did the big, Plague Priest model, I made sure not to glue it together so I could get in the insides and everything. But this I just built because I wasn't thinking it was going to be this difficult. And it's possible that I could pop it pop it off the base and pull 2 or 3 pieces apart and paint easier, but I don't know. At this point, I'm already this far in, so... It is what it is. Yeah. I will learn for next time. It looks like a decent box. It doesn't work for what I already have. I actually have 15 spare Reaver bodies that, if I can get 14 more jump packs for, I'd magnetize them and use those as my death company. I do wish that they had more cool bits in it, because technically it's just assault intercessors and assault intercessors with jump packs with a different paint scheme. I did like having the more options for weapons beforehand. But at the same time, I like that they're in the codex, because it's one of the things that the Blood Angels do. There's a reason I had 3 units of what are they called? Assault Marines with jump packs in 9th edition, because I wanted to get in there fast and chew things up. And this seems to give that option. I like the 2 new characters in the box. I'm a little saddened by the Death Company Dread just being another regular Dread painted a different color. I feel like some of the coolness factor from old kits are becoming just a paint job in the new sets, and I liked having unique sculpts. So there's nothing wrong with any of them. I think they're cool. I just like the old ones better, and have plenty of Space Marines right now, so I don't actually need any of them. But if you don't already have something that works in your army for the same reason, I would say definitely look into it. Yep. I think that there's a lot of cool models out there, and you can make things unique and your own by kit bashing, and they can be just as good or even better than what come out nowadays, because of it just being a paint job most of the time. Ooh, this is thick. Yeah, green stuff is one way. Like I said, I want to use extra Reaver bodies with jump packs as my Assault Intercessors. Well, not Assault Intercessors, but Death Company. I think this feels better than a jump pack Intercessor for Death Company. Just personally. Yeah, I started with Dark Angels, and when I decided I wanted an assault army, I went Blood Angels to have that as an alternative. And I think it's great. I like the new characters. I'm looking forward to Sanguinary Guard. they better do them justice. I will probably end up buying some of those. Alright. Yeah, the little pieces of terrain that come in that box are still cool. It's not as cool as the big centerpiece one, but it's also a lot of money for just that. But yeah, like I said, so long as you don't already have something that works for Death Company, I'd say go for it. Totally go for it. Yeah. It's more expensive, Julian, and you don't get any extra models. It's just the piece of terrain. So, it's perfectly fine. And here's the fun thing. Because those are playable units in the game, you could always purchase the other one as well and have 2 units of each. Alright, where were we? I think some Nuln Oil is in order. Yeah. Some Nuln Oil. Running low. Let's see. Let's use this one. No. No, he's talking about the Kill Team starter box. And yeah, that's why I already had some models that I had set aside for converting into Death Company. I really like the lore, I just already had models for it, so purchasing more doesn't quite make sense for me. It really is a cool box, I just don't need it. Which is nice, to occasionally be able to be like, okay, cool, I don't need that. Yeah. And another thing why I like having the, originally I had the Dark Angels, and then I decided to go with a Blood Angels army. That's so lore accurate about when the Blood Angels were low on troops and they borrowed a bunch from the Dark Angels, because they were just unpainted minis I had in my collection when I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna build both. Yeah. But I like the different aspects there, and then I also have the majority of my longer range Marines are my Dark Angels, and I have all of my Terminators in that army. But I do think I need to get, if they announce or release Assault Terminators in the new scale, they will end up getting painted as Blood Angels. Whereas all of the other ones with the ranged weapons, they get the Dark Angels treatment, because Deathwing is cool. So but yeah, as far as the box goes, I think so long as you can use those models and don't already have something that works, it's totally fine. I mean, I think those boxes are really good prices for what you get. It's better than some of the Christmas boxes I've seen, so yeah. And the characters that just, yeah. Okay, so that area, all the metal is null and oiled now. Have a good one, Shameless. Alright, where's the wash brush? Malignant green on the silver. Unintentional OSL spillage. Alright. Yeah, malignant green over a silver. I'm probably gonna have to do a second coat because it's flowing off a little bit, but it sure is shiny. So I'll do a second coat on that. Let's do the tails and the teeth and claws and eyes. But yeah, this is coming together. I'm getting there. I'm actually putting the pallid bone over this mixed paint color for the flesh. Let that pop a little bit more. Just a little bit more contrast without much tinting. Yeah, I'm enjoying the way that it's coming out. There's not very many more colors that need to go down, which is nice. I mean, yes, but I still do need to do the Jezzails, but I have tomorrow for that. I was hoping I would be able to do at least a day in them, so I don't know if I'll get them done, but we'll be working on them at least. So that's good. I mean, this has 2 more washes and we're done? Well, and I have to hit the green again, the malignant green, but... yeah... I don't know. We'll see. The tails and denim... Well, the denim is going to take a little bit. Yeah, a lot of the malignant green fell off of the metal. Three washes? Oh, you were saying the malignant green, the runic gray, and the tails? Yeah. Yeah, I might be able to do a little bit on the others. There's still wash on some of the stuff near it. It's going a little bit wild right now. I don't think it's gonna ruin it, but there will be a weird magenta brown shadow there. Magenta brown blue shadow there. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Can I see his tail from here? There's a little bit right on his tail that's hitting his foot. So that'll be a nice dark shadow right there. Alright. I'm going to take a moment before I do the Runic Gray, because I know it'll just go all over the place if I don't let it dry a little bit first. So I will be right back. I have returned and brought Jezzails. Yep. We're gonna do a flesh over on this rat. Since this part's painted, I'm gonna leave that off to the side. Yep. Well, I did just say I needed that to dry a bit before I did the denim, so if we have another 40 minutes, I might as well do 20 or 30 minutes on the Jezzails and then do the denim. I mean, the Jezzails aren't going to get done tonight. I know that much. But I still have to go have dinner. So my question is, if I'm getting all but the Claw Lord done for Saturday's game, and I still have several Stormcast models to paint, am I going to paint all the Stormcast before I get to the Claw Lord? And just spend some time painting him up? Leave the best for last, maybe? And then basing, of course, but, you know, like I said, best for last, right? I was also thinking I might be better off painting up the cobble and flagstone and then breaking it off into pieces to put on the basing, because I can dry brush the whole thing real quick and get the base colors down before putting them on the bases and having to work around the different bits. I'm actually really surprised that we're talking about the end of the box already. Like, tomorrow makes 3 weeks of working on this thing. It's like, that's amazing. It's only been 3 weeks. I mean, yeah, okay. So I have 12 models after that one's done. Something like that. I just... That's wild. That is wild. I have the 3 flying dudes, 5 more hammer and shield dudes, and the blindfolded dude with the griff. Because I've already done the main leader on griff. So... yeah, there's not much left, huh? Yeah. Well, it's a model, so I have to paint it. But yeah, when you realize that other than the models that I have in front of me right here, I only have 11 models left on the table. It's these models and 11 left over there. No. No, there's no way I'm actually gonna paint the... I mean, it took 2 days to paint the Liberators. It's probably gonna take 2 days for the Prosecutors. The Griff and Leader are maybe doable in a day. So, I think there's a little bit more than a week. I mean, again, that might be doable. Basing could take a while though, so I might do some of that on Sunday this week. Because if I pre-paint some stuff, I could do that on Sunday and then keep painting on Monday, and I'll know if I need to do more for the basing, because there are 74 models to base. So and then there are also details on these guys that I didn't paint because it needs to be mixed in with the basing. So there's that too. It's like you can see the finish line, but there's a mountain in between still. And then a palette cleanser, and then some more Skaven. And then I have a couple of ideas for things after that, just to have a variety again. No. Didn't we already calculate this? I'm at like 5,000 or 6,000 points of Skaven. Something in that area. Don't I already have that calculation? Yeah, 6,000. No, that's old. Oh, I don't even know. I have a couple of things on. I haven't changed the point values on the spreadsheet. I still have points on the rat swarms, and they're not currently in there. So. I know we made a 2,000 point list, but I don't think we actually calculated all the points that I have. So. I also still have some random plague monks and clan rats from the old boxes that are not enough for a full unit. So if I took that and used some of them for conversions, I could probably build some other units that I don't have. So, like, since these come with an extra one of these, and I had a few converted ones already, I should be able to convert up another 3 or even 6. So that would be a lot more than just the clan rat and plague monk body points. So I might be able to get a little bit higher up there. And if they have storm vermin come out, that'll be, you know, a couple 100 points of that. The funny thing is... yeah, I need doom wheels. I don't know about 13 doom wheels. And a couple dozen rat ogres? I mean, that's a lot. They painted up decently, but they're so big compared to the little clan rats. I would rather have more clan rats. More. No, I have an idea for a kit bash. We're gonna try to make a master molder and a hell pit abomination. So we're gonna do those 2 kit bashes and the one that I want to do. So those are 3 kit bashes. And then if I can get some more body or some more of the Jezzails, that'll be good. Yeah. 13 units of clan rats, right? That's only 260. Unreinforced. That's not that bad. I mean, I have 330 Skaven models total. What's that in clan rats, you know? Actually, more than half of that is clan rats. Alright. So I got the skin tones done on all of the Jezzails. So I'm one step closer for tomorrow. And now it's time for the Runic Grey. So we can actually finish a model today. Yeah. I might go as far as kit bashing more of the models that I can't even take anymore. Just for the sake of it. If I have the models to kit bash and I can't find a better use of them, we'll see. That might make no sense. There's something I can make them into. I still don't have any of the weapons teams that can come out of the reinforcement things. I was going to build the Storm Fiends and use their excess weapons as stand-ins, which I could still do. I just haven't built them yet. With 2 of the Verminous boxes and a Vanguard, I have 9 Storm Fiends. So that should be a few extra weapon options. And more kit bashing. Yes, yes. I do wonder how kit bashing will work on stream. Sadly, the kit bash idea I have, I need to hide it until it's done. It's a special project. But I can do the other 2. Or at least attempt them. Yeah. No, I have no problem with it. I think it would be fun to do that to the Skaven army. But remember, you were going 12,000 for everything else. It's just the Skaven with their magic 13 that needs that 13,000 points instead of 12. I never did the wood that they're pushing on. I gotta get that done too. Well, no, it has to do with the, using the different parts. I don't think I can get those particular parts to film Kibash-wise on screen. They're not going to be made out of plastic. Oh no, we're gonna get the Tyranid army to 12,000 points. And we're going to get the Skaven to 13,000 points. It might take a while, but we're getting them there. I mean, once I start adding some of the larger models to the Skaven collection, it should go up a lot faster. It's just that I've been focusing on the swarm aspect, so it takes longer to get those points. Like one of the one of the big dudes is several hundred points, whereas I have to paint, what, 40 clan rats to equal that? So, you know. Okay. I just have to clean up the things that they're pushing on. And we're good. I'm going to use this color. Do you remember this color that I mixed? I'm going to use this one. But yeah, like, this model is 190 points. This model is worth more than 20 clan rats. So, I don't think it'll be that difficult once I expand out of the swarms. I don't know how much Doom Wheels are, but in points. Okay. Done. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, one more coat on the Malignant Green. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more coat on that green. But, yeah. I like it. There, now done. Oh. Yeah. Whew. And we got the skin tones done on the Jezzails. So... I should be able to get these done tomorrow. I mean, 3 hours painting? I should be able to. But yeah. I'm looking forward to it. This looks fun. I hope it does well on the battlefield. I hope it either kills a lot of the enemy's troops or a lot of my own troops. That's what I want to see. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I did. And I'll hopefully catch you tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, until the next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss. Good night.